All right, so I'm excited to do a review today on the Alpha Wise security camera. And this boasts a lot of features for the $30 price tag that a lot of even higher end, maybe even 5 times the price products don't do. And one of the biggest things is human detection. So this thing actually claims that it will be able to detect humans and start recording. It also has night mode, and apparently it's also controlled via an app. So I'm really curious to see what this will do. So just out of the box here, this is what it looks like. It's got a little antenna out the back, an Ethernet, and a charge cord. It also, on the bottom, gives you what looks to be a spot for a tripod. So that's kind of cool. You can set it up in different spots, get different angles. We've got an instruction booklet. We've got the USB charge cord. And it looks like some mounting hardware should you want to mount this to like a wall, something like that. And then I'm seeing on the top we have a reset button, and then it looks like a micro SD card. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of, the products from like Blink or Nest, Arlo, all those products want to get you on a monthly subscription. This does not appear to be one of those things that's going to do that. This looks like you can record right to this device, which has its pros and cons. We'll see if it also lets you record through the app. The one con to anything recording to this is obviously if someone notices that they're being recorded, they could just grab this whole device and take it with them and you have nothing. So we'll see how good the app is. And that's basically everything that comes in the box. So let's go ahead and get this thing fired up and see how easy it is to connect and get going with the app. All right, guys, so I just wanted to show you here. I did get things going. So basically all that I had to do was I needed to hit the reset button on that before connecting it to Wi-Fi, and now everything's working perfectly. All right, guys, so when you boot up the app, this is what you see. So it gives you a nice little picture here, and actually this is pretty high def as far as security cameras go. So one really neat feature that they integrated here is you can turn the sound on and off in that bottom left hand corner. So turn it on, turn it off. You can also switch between a high quality video and a lower quality, which is really, really nice. And at the very top under my device, it gives you how many kilobytes per second, which we're at about 25 on the low quality. As soon as I click it to high quality, it jumps way up, which you might wonder why would you want to switch back and forth, but it is nice if you're over a cell connection and you want to check on your house just to make sure it's not on fire, do a quick check. You don't want to use a lot of data. This is a really good feature. The other thing is some of the features with this don't always work as planned. So, and I shouldn't say they don't work as planned as much as they just don't make sense necessarily. So, for instance here, I can pan to follow this lady walking her dog, which is pretty cool. But the controls just aren't intuitive. The way you think you should swipe your finger left to right and up and down isn't exactly what I would always think it would be. Another thing is at the bottom, you can see where it has the audio, the FHD, the auto, and then what looks to be scissors. Those scissors are actually a manual record. So if I wanted to start recording right now, I can hit that and it starts recording and it shows how many seconds it's been recording for. You tap it again and it shuts off. I wouldn't expect that icon to be a scissors. I would expect like a circle or something, like a record button. And then also we can go into a full screen mode, which is pretty cool. I do like that. And that's basically it for this main screen. It also gives you a Wi-Fi signal strength indicator at the top right-hand corner. And besides that, if we hit the settings, you get a whole host of settings. And this is what really separates this from a lot of the more expensive competition. So for $30, you're getting something you can flip the picture upside down, left to right. You can change the language of this. You can also change the volume of the speakers. So this has two-way communication, which is really, really cool. If we go to advanced settings, this is where things get interesting. So again, some of the verbiage doesn't make sense, but record switch, when you select that to be on, that is full-time recording 24/7. So, and then pack duration didn't make sense to me. That's how long it records for before it starts a new recording. So I did put the micro SD card into mine, and I've been using this for 2 straight days with a lot of recording. Actually, I'm on my 3rd day, and it is like no problem. And I've got it on the best recording quality. I would say one of the coolest features on this device is this auto track switch, which is really, really cool. So when you select that, anything that walks by that main screen, so if we go back here, if a car goes by, if a person walks by, it's going to physically move the camera to trace that subject. So we'll just look, pan this way. Is anybody coming? Don't see any walkers that way. And I'm not seeing any that way. So we'll just wait here a little bit and see if anybody walks by. So you can go left and right. You can also go down. That's as far down as it'll pan. But it will pan up quite a ways, which is pretty cool. I mean, there's so many uses for this. If you had, like an area of your house that you wanted to make sure didn't leak, like for us, we had a hot water heater that leaked. This would have given me a lot of peace of mind to know that I could just throw this down in my basement and keep an eye on that while I'm at work. So that's really, really cool. Other settings, that's pretty cool. You can check your storage. So here, after 3 days of use, essentially, I have 80.9% remaining on a 14 gig card. And I've been doing a ton of recording on the highest quality setting. So gives you kind of an idea of what to expect. Also, when the storage is full, you can either overwrite, which is what I have selected, or stop recording. And then the alarm setting is the other thing you'll want to check out. So right now, I have it to be on constantly. So anytime there's motion, it'll take a recording. You can tell it how long you want it to record for, and the sensitivity. The one super cool thing is this they call it intelligent vigilance. So you can actually, by the top setting, have it record only when it detects a human body. And I did test this, and it actually did work. I was kind of surprised. The other cool thing, so my $230 Arlo Pro that I bought does not have that. And my Arlo Pro also does not have what they're calling an alert area. So you can actually change what area will be affected by the motion detection. So if for some reason here, I just wanted to detect whatever's in my grass, for instance, and not what's in the street, I can just go ahead and draw this out, and it'll only detect motion in that area, which is just super, super cool. I mean, that's a feature that you don't get on devices that are even $200 or $300. So that's really, really cool. And then let's just go in and we'll show an example of the quality here. So in playback mode, they do offer a cloud service. They have photos, they have video. So let's just click into the video, and I will show you just an example. If we click the play button, it shows a car. The one other neat thing is that, as you notice there, this car is going by at about 30 miles per hour. And if I back this up, it catches the motion quickly. So if you saw that, it caught this before that car was even out of the frame, which is awesome. That's one complaint I had with the Arlo Pro, is that a lot of times it would catch things too slowly, if that makes sense. So it's like someone's walking towards the camera and they're almost out of frame before it decides, oh, there's motion, we should start recording. So that gives you an idea there of what to expect. Now I'm going to see if I can find some night vision, because the night vision on this is also really good. So if we go back to this calendar, actually is what I'm looking for. So in the upper right hand corner, We get this calendar button. If we go back to last night, it gives you this timeline. And that is the night vision mode. So let's just see if we can find anything of interest here. What's cool is right there, it looks like it's shining like a bright light, but it really isn't. It's just shining like a night vision infrared looking light. So to anybody walking up to it, looks like we got a car coming by here. And this is, oh, and they must have turned. One thing is you can set the sensitivity. So this is picking up all the bugs that are flying outside my house since I have it on a higher sensitivity. And you could turn that down if you wanted as well. But it is very, very sensitive. It will pick up just about everything. You do not have to worry about it not getting certain objects. It'll get even light that's reflected. So here there's a car that is pulling into my, or actually pulling past, and it got it well before the car went past because it was sensing the lights from the car. So actually, you know, it's very good quality for the night mode. So overall, I'm very, very impressed with this. For 30 bucks, this goes way far and beyond what I would expect out of a unit for this price tag. There are some features that when I click them, they didn't necessarily work the first time. You know, like here I have the motion tracking on, and it did not get that car. It did not move with the car. Granted, the cars are going by pretty fast. But it did a really good job panning with people walking by. That was not an issue. So I would highly recommend this. I mean, there's some products I test that I'm just not totally sold on, but I do a demonstration of them. This is one I'm actually planning on ordering more for my home because I'm just that impressed with this. It's just the peace of mind it gives you for that low of a price tag and all these cool features. I mean, to be able to pan around like this is not something I can do with my $230 Arlo. The Arlo has its place. It's reliable. It is a battery system, so I don't have to worry about having it plugged in. But imagine being away from your home and being able to pan around like this and check things out. It's fantastic. So I would highly recommend it. Please hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the video, and we will see you in the next.